Recycled Shakespeare Company, now in its 6th season, is not just a theater in the community, but a theater of the community. We have been an active part of our central Maine community and have become known throughout northern New England and in the international theatrical community. Last fall, RSC met with William Wolfgang, a doctorate candidate from the University of Warwick in Coventry, UK. His research on grassroots Shakespearean community theaters in America helped determine that RSC is the only theater of its kind in northern New England. Billy interviewed the cast to learn more about our practices in creating theater from the ground up, with a particular interest in our focus on meeting community needs. I was excited to learn that the transcripts from the interviews are now part of the permanent collection at Shakespeare's Birthplace Trust in Stratford-upon-Avon. Through Billy's interviews, RSC was discovered by the International Shakespearean Theatre Association. Panelists of the annual conference in Prague asked RSC to send a video about our ecological practices within our theater. This video was shown at the panel on Eco Shakespeare and was met with enthusiasm. RSC has been working to connect ourselves with the community through more than just the performing arts. We have helped with town cleanups with Sustainment Maine Coalition and the Kennebec-Messalonsky Trails. Volunteers from RSC removed over 8 bags of trash, tires, and other debris from the woods behind Elm Plaza this spring.
At Christmas time, RSC cast members dressed in Victorian garb and sang carols to entertain children and adults waiting at Kringleville, and after a brief cup of hot cocoa, went to a local nursing home to sing to the residents. Our Shakespeare Slam competition draws contestants from the theatrical community, as well as a couple of interested patrons who happen to be visiting the Waterville Public Library. One of these walk-on patrons was given the award of the most slam-worthy for his explanation of a quote from Twelfth Night, literally off the top of his head. Yeah. Renaissance dancing was taught at the Kiwanis of Greater Waterville's Kids Health Fair. We have been assisting at this annual event for years. Our motto of reduce, reuse, recite is brought to kids by alternating between activities on recycling, literacy, and the performing arts. Speaking of kids, our annual fundraiser was a Prince and Princess's tea party for children to interact with some of their favorite royals. RSC attracted volunteers from Orono to Portland that came dressed in costumes to entertain 100 guests with games, tea, and crafts in the Governor's Restaurant Ballroom in Waterville. Our 6th annual Bard's Birthday Bash was celebrated all day the Saturday before his April 23rd birthday. Throughout Waterville, we were joined by the community in reading all of 154 of Shakespeare's sonnets, performing from his works, and singing songs. Did you know Shakespeare wrote many songs? But the bigger question is, does anybody have his music? We held a public masquerade ball with the Renaissance group dancers taught at Skills Inc.'s Irving Center. All are free to the public, along with most of our performances. Mark your calendars, Waterville. Next year's celebration is on Saturday, April 18th, and we'd love for you to join in the mirth. RSC has performed at the St. Anselm College Sonnet Reading Marathon in Manchester, New Hampshire for the past 4 years, and we're featured in the New Hampshire Chronicle special on Shakespeare in New Hampshire. We also performed a Shakespeare sampler at the Limestone Renaissance Fair this spring and taught an acting workshop at the Maine School of Science and Mathematics. In addition to repurposing items for theater, we also repurposed space. Last year's park performance of Romeo and Juliet was rained out, so we spontaneously performed in the Fairfield House of Pizza. Yeah, this unique setting became a favorite, and we now plan to put on a pizza in the play each summer. The ultimate expression of our Freegan philosophy would be to perform in an otherwise empty or underutilized space in this area. I'm going to make a shameless plug. If you have in a building that would host us, whether for one show or for an entire season, we eagerly await your call. The cast of our recent hilarious interpretation of The Taming of the Shrew included all ages from 9 to 75, some with advanced degrees, some with disabilities, some with no prior experience, others with extensive experience. They came from as near as Kennebec Valley and as far away as the state of Alaska.
We have created a vital community of Shakespeare enthusiasts. Louis Philippe from Reindeer Press reviewed the show, calling Recycled Shakespeare Company a rare central Maine gem worth discovering, and stating at RSC there is little delineation between the leads and the ensemble, or between the cast and the crew. This group is unified as a family in their passion to participate. It becomes evident early on that this bunch of diverse and unsuspecting troopers exudes a refined inner sense of confidence, camaraderie, pride, and empowerment for what they have achieved individually and as a cast. We have exciting opportunities coming up, including auditions for The Tempest on Tuesday, July 30th. Contact us if you cannot attend. Hello. If you cannot attend auditions but would like to participate. The 24-hour play on August 2nd through 3rd allows participants to try their hand at writing, directing, and/or performing short original works. We hope to see you at the Taste of Greater Waterville on August 7th at 5 p.m. and at the performances of The Tempest on October 18th and 19th. As always, all our plays are free to the public, and all who want to participate receive a part, regardless of age or experience. Our Madcap Magical Dinner fundraiser will be on December 21st. This is a one-of-a-kind Elizabethan dinner. Tickets are available online or from a cast member. We would love to have you be part of our theater in and of the community. Let's party like it's $15.99. And our cast.